Hello everyone out there in Internet Land, I'm Crabman. Welcome back to Spybot the Nightfall incident, and we're starting the bonus video off with the music glitched out. Probably has to do with how I had to restore my save back up. So, the first thing we're going to do is go over here to the Disarray's headquarters node. And we could show this off with a tower, but we'll show it off with the laser satellite instead. And we're going to grab a Bitman. So we can begin the data battle with less than our full complement of units, and what we're going to do with our Bitman is... well, you see, the Bitman's 0 command deletes a map cell. We've only used its 1 command to add map cells over holes. So, as soon as the computer finishes up its turn, we're going to actually drop the 0 command underneath this laser satellite. Now, you can do this with tower, bugs, really any program that only has a single cell to it. And next enemy turn, you'll see why. They can't attack it because there's not a cell there. I'm guessing it checks to see if a cell is there before it checks to see if there's something there. Because if I fire a Mega Scramble there, it does nothing. It doesn't check if there's a program there first. It checks if there's a cell there first. So I think that's what's going on, and why you can essentially create an invincible single-cell program by using a Bitman to zero out the map cell underneath it. Now, if I move him over and fire off a Mega Scramble, I'll actually be able to show off what happens when you lose this particular node, because there is something unique that happens when you lose this one. So I'll just let the Watchman kill me here. Data battle unsuccessful. Connection terminated. Logging out. Mission failed. But Super Freak appears. Hey, are you reading me? Yeah. Well, it happened. Nightfall. Luckily, Disarray is a sloppy programmer. I found a hole in his code, used to keep the net map up for a bit longer. I'm not sure I can hold it, though. Got it. Load up on credits and wares. Holding the net up. So, yeah, similar to losing other nodes, losing the final boss battle in Disarray's headquarters actually restores the net map to normal. So we basically have an infinite number of retries on this. Because if I load in one Heisenbug and let it get killed, then Super Freak just calls us again. So we essentially have an unlimited number of attempts at this. So, like other nodes, losing is of, well, not, I would say of absolutely no consequence, but there's a slight consequence because you have to click through Super Freak's dialogue box. But, yeah, just wanted to show that off. And I mentioned ways to illegitimately get programs. We're going to actually do a little bit of save file editing. The save files are in plain text, so they're very easy to do. If I can figure out how to edit it in later, I will have the file path on Windows 10 at least on screen in text that's objectively too big, in a garish color, and in an unintelligible font, but it'll be on screen, trust me. Okay, and if I can figure out how to edit it, I'll also put it back into normal colored, normal-ish size, readable font. But yeah, in case I can't figure it out, the default path is C:\users whatever your account name is, @data, /roaming, /macromedia, /director mx2004, /spr, /prefs. There'll be there will be anywhere from 2 to 4 files inside. spb main.txt, spb slot1.txt, spb slot2.txt, and spb slot3.txt. But I will show you what you'll find in there after the jump when we move over to Notepad++. I will see you in a moment. Okay, and we're back. So, we've got Notepad++ open, great little text editor, and we've got the contents of spb main.txt open here, and we can see we've got 3 save files open. And their file names here. However, there is something... However, if there's not a file there, I actually don't recall what happened, so I'm going to go back into the game, delete a file, and then come back. I'll see you after the jump cut. Goodbye, backup file. You were very helpful over the course of the main game. Your sacrifice is not in vain. Sacrificed to the computer gods. I'll see you after the jump cut back in Notepad++. Alright, and we're back in Notepad++. As you can see, after we deleted save file 3, which was my backup save for the main game, instead of spb slot 3, we now have #empty. So that's what happens. So that's what would crop up if you don't have a file in any of these 3 slots. Okay, so it's time to go over save file editing. This is actually a pretty simple process. So let's go over our first few variables here. Spybot is just the Spybot you have that you selected at the beginning of the game. This is just an integer value, ranges from 1 to 4. 1 is the Gigamesh, 2 is the Shadow Strike, 3 is the Snaptracks, and 4 is the Technochunk. Security level over here, that's, well, self-explanatory. Your maximum security level starts at 1, increases to 5 as you go through the story. Simple. Credits, your available money. Given that this is in plain text, you can just crank that up as much as you please. Just don't put an asterisk in that value like I accidentally did. The agent section, that is everything between these 2 red square brackets. I'm so glad Notepad++ has this little highlight feature for that. But yeah, this is the list of all of your programs in the order that you acquired acquired them in. So, yeah. This is where save file editing gets really interesting, because if we go down here to end and start adding some programs on, such as, say, sonar, radar, boss, sensor, and firewall, and then we save this file. When we go back into the actual game, these additional programs that we just added, even though we ordinarily couldn't acquire them, will be in our program list. If we don't see that after the jump cut, we will definitely see that during the program showcase. And yeah, as long as you separate all your programs with a comma and keep them in quotes and type the name as it appears in the program list, such as clog.03, seeker 2.0, golem.clay, etc. As long as it's in this format and you have the program name contained within those quotes exactly as it appears, with the exception of 3 programs, you'll be able to add anything in. Like I said, there are 3 programs that have different names in the save file than they do in the main game. For instance, you may have noticed Fragman over here. That's actually the Bitman. And the tower is actually referred to as the Silo, and the mobile tower program is referred to as the Scum. And again, you only need these commas between programs, not after the last program or before the first program in your list. Also, your node selection. I'm not entirely sure what values... I'm not entirely sure which map node corresponds to which one of these, but a node can have 3 states: off, on, and win. Off means that the node does not appear on your map at all. On means that your node is appearing in wireframe, but has not been cleared. And win means that the node is appearing in full and has been cleared. So with that, I will see you again back in the save file for a little bit of demonstration. I will see you after the jump. And we're back. We actually had some behind-the-scenes technical problems due to a misplaced comma corrupting the main save file. Luckily, I still had the test save. So, we're in a copy of the test save in slot 2, but as you can see, we have a sonar now. And also, we're running the Shadow Strike. So, let's pick an easy one. Oh, also, we promised Disarray we promised Super Free we'd check out the Smart HQ. We never did that. So, Center for Information about Smart and its operations. As a smart agent, your job is to hunt down crime and problems throughout the neck. Use the net, not the neck. Ugh. No, you need a chiropractor for that. Use the arrows to scroll on the net map, click a node to examine it, data battles against Scorpion security software, gain control over nodes and open up more. It's just basic instructions. We already kind of knew all of that, so let's pick an easy node to show off the sonar real quick. Lucky Monkey tech support. So, we'll go with sonar into Tarantula. And as you can see, we have our extreme range on the sonar. Only does the 1 damage, but yeah. Using editing like that, we can add what are normally enemy programs to our list of programs. So, I will see you after yet another jump cut to show just how ridiculous that this can get. And we're back. That's interesting. Watchman X is an orange color for us, but it's pink on enemy program, and I think the boss is a slightly different color as well. Let's enter data battle, and oh no, it's roughly the same. But yeah, Watchman X is this orange color for us, whereas it's pinkish for them, which suggests that at some point we may have been able to get a Watchman X, because Disarray's sumos over here are purple, but ours is green. Let me go grab one. Let me go actually grab one, because I don't seem to have one. Or I could have sworn I did, but yeah, our sumo is green, and Disarray's is purple, so that suggests that we may have been... Well, that suggests that we may have been intended to get a hold of the Watchmen series at some point. And we saw something similar with, I think they were Mandelbugs that Disarray left in one node. But yeah, we've got 10 bosses. Let's see how this plays out. Well, that's unusual. He has a different colored trail. So yeah, we're just going to breeze through the final boss with bosses of our own. We're going to lose some of them just because we don't have the space to expand all of them. But yeah, the boss program last time around never actually got to fire its shutdown attack. But yeah, with these boss programs, we can just win this through attrition. So, yeah, there's not terribly much to show off here. We're just essentially overwhelming Disray with the same kind of firepower he brings to bear against us. So yeah, and also, winning the final note again doesn't replay the final conversation with Super Freak, which... well, a conversation viewer, I guess, would be kind of nice, but... nonetheless. Well, some of you might be thinking, but Crabman, why would you edit your save file? Well, there's a few reasons to do that. Number one, changing your Spybot, because you can't actually change between Spybots in the main game, but by modifying that integer value, you can do that. It doesn't affect much of anything, really, but it's nice to have something a little different to look at every now and again. I think I'm recording this after the showcase, and I think I bring that up at one point, because as you can see, we're running the Technojaw now, where we were running the Snaptracks before. Another one is removing obsolete programs from your save file, because once you get the Network City Wares note here, unless you have literally nothing else to throw at a situation, you're not going to use Slingshot, you're not going to use Hack 1.0 unless you have literally nothing else to use. So, use it to pull those programs from your list so there's less to look through, which I probably should have done for the actual run, but didn't. You know what they say, hindsight is always 20/20. And also, because you can edit your credits value, you can use it to quote-unquote sell those programs, and similarly, you can also use it to quote-unquote buy additional copies of unique software after you get them. For example, buying additional wizards or memory hogs. Now, I say buying in quotes because really it would be just adding the software and then reducing your credits, but hey, since you can just modify your credits value, but all of these nodes are infinitely replayable anyway, you can also just adjust your credit value, save yourself a little bit of time. Time is the most valuable currency, after all. So, if you can save that, then you have the greatest fortune. Another option is copying your agent section into a freshly made save file for a new game plus, or setting up a challenge run where you have a finite list of programs for a specific run, or maybe even doing a corporate program only run. I'm sure there's all kinds of fun challenges that the creative people of Internet Land, all of you glorious net denizens, can come up with. As for me, though, I think I'm basically through with this game after the program showcase. For now, at least. I'll probably come back to it at some point in the future for fun, but yeah, there's a lot of reasons that you might want to edit your save file. Now, the save location may change down the road because Windows does have a tendency to change where things are. Maybe not, because again, this is a Shockwave game and we're playing it through Flashpoint. But I will see you once again in the program showcase. Until then, I'm Crabman. Thank you for watching. I hope all of you out there in Internet Land have a great day. I'll see you again next time, and if you've been playing along with me, I hope you enjoyed the game. You guys have a great day out there. Stay safe. Goodbye.